You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
All right, welcome to the podcast, Just Talking Out Loud. I'm Ron.
I'm Terry.
And we are joined by our youngest one, Zack. He's our youngest child who thinks that we should have tea because he likes the room and we should have tea as we're doing our podcast.
It's just a good room for tea.
You think this is a nice room for tea?
Yeah, this is a room you would drink tea in.
It's like a tea party room.
Yeah, right?
I think so.
But not this, but look, we got a table full of microphones in the middle of this nice room. It kills me that we're in a nice room with all this
Without
stuff.
tea.
Okay, without tea. I'm sorry I didn't bring the tea. I didn't know that was
A requirement.
Next time,
bring you tea. But I don't drink tea. What can I drink?
coffee. You don't like coffee.
I don't
either.
drink coffee either. You got anything else?
There's no pleasing you.
No, not really. So before we get started, we got a couple things we're hoping to get to, but we never know for sure because we just talk. And with his tea thing coming up, that didn't.
This is already fun.
Yeah. Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm being serious.
All right, so let's talk. Zack, tell me your story. You said you had a story. Now, Terry and I do not know what the story is, so tell us your story.
Yeah, no, this is, okay. So if you go to Dairy Queen at the wrong time, you're going to wait in line forever because everyone gets their Blizzard at like 7:30. That's just when all the cars line up,
Yes.
It seems like. So I was in the DQ drive-through, which was stretched out onto the road. It was so long.
This is down on Wiley.
Yeah. Well, this happened a few weeks ago, but I'm still carrying some umbrage from it.
Oh, this is from a few weeks ago.
Yeah, but I'm angry about what happened.
Okay.
Okay, because I wanted a cookie dough blizzard.
Is this when you went for us?
No.
Oh, this is before that. This is
Before.
after that.
Or after. I don't know. When did I go?
You went to get us
2
a
weeks
very
ago.
watery. Remember how it was? It wasn't even
good.
a blizzard.
It was not good.
It was like liquid. Remember?
Yeah,
When
maybe
was that?
this was around.
Was RJ
No,
here?
I don't know, but it was
Okay,
it was
whatever.
definitely not the same
Sorry.
time because
Okay.
it was later at night. I have a
Okay.
picture of this incident. So
You took a picture of it?
it made me mad. Yeah.
Okay,
So
all right,
okay.
okay.
So I'm waiting in line. It's taking forever. So I am approaching the speaker to order, and there's a car ordering. So I'm next in line, and then the car in front of me is ordering. Do we have to stop?
No, we're not stopping. Let me just say that Rigby is here with us. So you are going to hear Rigby in the background. I'm not going to cut it out.
Okay.
Because I don't have time for that. And so he is going to be his Rigby self, like he always is.
Well, it's the neighbor's dogs are barking, so he's going to bark.
And as you can hear him in the background, listen, this is what you call just natural. This is my life. If Zach's here, the dog is here. So he's going to be on with us. I should have welcomed him when we started the podcast, and I didn't. I should probably just start over. It's me, it's Terry, it's Zack, and of course,
Rigby.
well, he stopped. I was hoping he would keep going.
No, he's
and
downstairs.
Rigby.
He went
All
downstairs.
right. So you're very ticked off. You're
Okay.
waiting in line.
I'm
at Dairy
waiting in
Queen.
line at Dairy Queen. The car in front of me is ordering, so I should be next to order. Okay, but what happens is this other car drives beside us, and then the person in front of me, I know his name is Darryl now because the car that pulls up beside his car, they're like, "Hey, Darryl," and then they start relaying their order through Darryl on the speaker. You see what I'm saying? So this car drives next to Darryl's
Darryl.
car.
Yeah.
All right, so they're side by side in the drive-through, and this new car who's right next to Darryl is like, "Hey, while you're here, add on 2 chicken baskets, 3 blizzards, and like 2 of them were cookie dough blizzard, which is what I was in line for, right?"
You were right behind Darryl?
I'm behind Darryl,
Okay.
and now there are 2 cars in line in front of me because this car just pulled next to Darryl and started adding their whole family's order onto Darryl's order. So they cut because they knew Darryl.
Cut in line.
So I should have pulled next to that car and added my order on because that's bull.
Hey, you tell Darryl.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, add another chicken basket and another cookie dough blizzard. So what happened was because that car relayed their order through Darryl, they ran out of cookie dough because they had 2 cookie dough blizzards. So then when it was my turn,
They had no cookie.
we're no cookie dough. Yeah. So then that car, Darryl and his buddy, that whole family next to him, are now riding side by side through the drive-thru together.
Yeah, because he's waiting for his order.
Because he's waiting for his order to be passed through Darryl. That's ridiculous. So next time I go to DQ, plus I actually knew one of the girls who was working the window, because
You really are. You're excited about it. I mean, it's got you.
it made me mad because I didn't get cookie dough, and you can't just do that. So I wanted to tell.
They must have done it before. How do you know Darryl's even there?
Well, see, and I want to tell the girl at the window, well, the next time I come here, I'm not even going to wait in line. I'm just going to go to the car that's at the speaker and add my order to that person's. That's ridiculous.
Hey, do me a favor. Give me a vanilla shake.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the other end.
I mean, obviously they knew each other and that's why it worked out, but you can't do that.
How would he know that he was in line?
He was
That's
talking
what
to
I
him
don't-
on the phone.
Yeah, he
before
probably
was-
texted
he's
him
like,
saying,
well,
we're in
I'm
DQ.
I'm
And he'd be like, oh, I'll just come add my order. Because the line was, like I said, was ridiculous. So that guy was like, I don't have to wait because Darryl's in line.
That is a nasty because that line does go
It goes into the street.
into the light
Yeah.
because the light's right there too.
Mm-hmm. It's bad.
They need a separate lane just for Dairy Queen.
Well, at
Well, how did he get in there if you can't? Is there another entrance?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they make another
they have
entrance.
a
Yeah.
back
they have a-
Also, he pulled in on that
He
alley.
went, yes, and then got next to Darryl. And now there were 2 cars side by side
I
in
don't know if
front of him.
Daryl's listening. Think Daryl's listening?
Screw you, Darryl.
and your friend.
And your friend. And you didn't. What did you end up getting?
Well, they were like, well, we're out of cookie dough now because of Daryl's friend. They didn't say that, but
Well, you knew
so
that.
yeah, but yeah, they said we're now out of cookie dough because when I ordered it, and then so they're like, well, what do you want? I'm like, I guess just vanilla because I didn't want anything else. That's what I wanted. So I was like, just put vanilla in a cup. I don't know. I waited in line for it because I wanted cookie dough blizzard.
How long did you wait in line?
Too long.
You waited way too long.
Too long.
You know I don't wait in lines.
Yeah, Ron would have just gone out.
Okay,
there's
but-
no way I'm waiting in
Ron
lines.
would have went
It's-
out the back alley.
I would have
and been
gone out
done.
the back way and said, "Screw the." What did you
Dairy
get?
Queen.
The
The
blizzard.
cookie dough
Yeah,
blizzard.
cookie dough.
Well-
Well, I'm not going for that anyway.
You know, Chick-fil-A does 2 lines.
They do.
And it's actually kind of speedy, but I have a similar story that happened to me at Chick-fil-A like 2 weeks before that.
Maybe Dairy Queen needs to do the two lane.
They're pretty fast. But I didn't
But-
know that because I don't go to Chick-fil-A that often.
I'm not a big.
I don't
no
know why-
offense to Chick-fil-A. I'm just not a big.
Everyone,
I like certain things. I
yeah.
don't. I like their. I don't like their
Chicken
sandwiches.
strips, I know.
I don't know. They're just.
Oh,
plain.
I like.
I like the
sandwiches.
chicken.
They're a little bit more expensive for. I don't think they're that much better.
Okay, so was Darryl at the Chick-fil-A?
Maybe everyone was there. Every time I go to the drive-through, everyone's there, so I have to wait for
Everyone. Everybody in the world. was
Well,
at
okay, so listen to this.
Okay.
This actually
All right.
happened. I
Okay.
don't know, a few weeks before that. I
Okay.
have the worst luck at drive-throughs. So, because I never go to Chick-fil-A because it's just out of the way, and it's okay. But people act like they give crack away there because it's always busy.
It is busy.
and I don't like lines either because of you. So,
I don't do lines. If you say 30, well, I've done 30 minutes, but have I done 30 minutes
yeah,
waiting?
I think you've waited for a table
I
30
don't
minutes. But
wait.
if they say 45 to an hour,
Well, actually,
you're like out of there.
let me say this. If you go in, I usually let you go in and see how long it is. But if the line is out the door, I'm not eating there. I'm
Yeah,
going somewhere else.
You would rather just go home and cook
Yeah, anyway,
yourself
so
some, have
you're
a
in-
bowl of cereal.
I would eat frosted. Well, I don't have any frosted flakes anymore, but that would be my go-to. All right, so you are now in Chick-fil-A, and you're having trouble there
I didn't
too.
even get in that line because, so that one, once again, the line was all the way out onto the main road, and it was actually starting to get close to, there's an intersection.
Yeah.
It's a 2-way stop because
Yes.
one way has the right of way. And, people were getting mad because people were getting in line right from the street. It was blocking that intersection. So I didn't get in line right away because
Oh, so they couldn't even go through to get where the one.
So I was like,
Lobby.
I'm just going to wait. So I went up to that walnut, whatever.
You went to
grill.
eat there?
No.
Oh.
I went up to their, because I can see the line
could
from
get
their
into
parking
the-
lot.
yeah.
Oh.
So I was like, I'll just wait a few minutes.
So you were scouting the line.
Yeah. And I was playing my little wrestling game on my phone. And I was checking the line. And eventually the line creeped into the actual Chick-fil-A parking lot.
All right,
so I was like, oh, perfect. Perfect. I can get in line now.
This is going to be good.
This is my luck. This is actually my luck. So I pull up to the stop sign. Okay, but remember, the other side doesn't have a stop sign. I remember that distinctly because of this moment. And all of these people are going towards Chick-fil-A. And there's like 10 cars. There's like 10 cars. I was like, they can't all be going to Chick-fil-A. All 10 of them get in line at Chick-fil-A. And I'm in the same position. Like, I should have just blocked the intersection because I would have already been through the line by now if I would have just blocked the intersection and made people mad. But now I'm in the same position. So I said, screw it. And I turned into the line.
So you got in line anyway?
Yeah, because what am I going to do?
Okay, so how long?
Because then if I go back to the walnut whatever and then wait again.
People were doing it from the other side. People were watching the same thing.
I know. See, if I would have scouted it better, I would have gotten onto a road that led to the straightaway so I didn't have to stop at the stop sign. So I could have got right. Because what screwed me up was the stop sign. Because all 10 cars could just
cut you off.
Cut me off and got in line. So I was literally in the same position.
So you wait in line. How long were you playing your video game, watching the line?
I don't know, maybe 10 minutes.
Come on. You think it was only 10 minutes?
I think only 10 minutes.
Yeah, but sometimes you get really enthralled in that wrestling game.
It might have been longer. I think it was only 10 minutes. But anyways, the
10
point.
So you waited all this time, another 10 minutes probably in line.
Yeah.
To get what from Chick-fil-A?
A chicken sandwich. And a frosted lemonade.
A what?
Frosted lemonade. It's lemonade and ice cream. It's pretty good. Anyway.
So the lesson of this, or the lesson we should learn is don't go to a drive-through with you.
Yes.
Because
I have bad luck.
Or pick a better time to go because he goes right at dinner time.
What time did you go to Chick-fil-A?
It was probably around 4.
Yep. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time it is.
No, it's all. I'm telling you, there's crack in the chicken or something. It's
and Dairy Queen. What time was that? Was
like 7:38. It was darker because I forgot my phone. But the picture, because I took the picture of Darryl and his friend going through line together because I was so mad, and it was dark in the picture, so it was at least after like 7:30.
But what were you going to do with the picture?
Show people because I was mad. I wanted to
would
show.
go into the management and show them this is what people were doing, and I couldn't get my blizzard.
Because, like I said, I knew one of the girls who was one of the girls who was working the window because she was one of my students when I was at Chartiers.
Did you tell her?
I was going to, but I was already so ticked off about everything. I was going to show her the picture and say, tell her next time I'm ordering through whoever's at the speaker.
So you got a plain blizzard. That's all you ended up with. Vanilla.
No,
blizzard.
it was just a vanilla in a cup. I could have done that at home.
You could have bought the ice cream at the Family Dollar.
I know, but I was already in line, so I was like, I should get something. I should have got Reese's or something. Whatever. I don't know.
You just got vanilla in a cup? You waited all that time just for vanilla in a cup?
No, I ordered chicken too, so.
The order keeps getting bigger and bigger.
But I went for the blizzard.
What is it with you and chicken? Chick-fil-A? You went Chick-fil-A and waited 20 minutes
These were weeks apart.
You haven't learned your lesson yet.
I don't expect to go get in a drive-through and someone screw me over.
Well, that explains the watery blizzard I got, because that was water. Who was here? Who got one with me? Was RJ?
RJ.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't his watery too?
Yeah,
they all were. Maybe my heater was up
the first week.
High.
That was the first week of my diet. I didn't feel so bad about not getting one.
Yeah, you were on a day. But you weren't gone that long to have the heater. Would you have the heater blowing on them?
Well, it's right next to the cup holder.
Yeah, but you weren't gone that long.
It's a 3-minute drive to Dairy Queen.
I know. It couldn't have been that watery. It was basically...
Well, they're supposed to tip they're supposed to tip the cup over to show you that it's... Isn't it to show? Well,
they'd have been all over your car if they'd have tipped it over upside down.
They're supposed to show you. They go like this before they hand it to you, where they tip it up on its...
So they can show you it's a blizzard. This was a milkshake, basically with M&Ms in it, is what I had. Because all the M&Ms were at the very bottom.
Melted milk with M&Ms.
Yeah, it was all. I mean, it tasted like ice cream, but it was all at the bottom of the cup.
Yeah, it was soup.
It was. Anyway. So those your stories?
Is that the topic of this now? Is drive-thrus?
Well, you brought it up. I haven't been through it because I don't really do drive-thrus. I don't do lines.
You don't do anything, though.
Well, that's true, but I'm not wasting. You wasted. That's time you're never going to get back in your life. It's gone. It's gone.
Well,
while you were waiting to get something you didn't even get because of Darryl and his friend.
Yes, that's why I'm mad about it. I agree with you.
Yeah. I'm impressed by just him knowing that Darryl was in line.
He must have texted me. He was like, "What's up, Darryl?" And he's like, "In line at DQ." And he's like, "Oh, that line's crazy." He's like, "Oh, I'm at the speaker now. Oh, I'll be around."
Must have lived awful close. You need to get Darryl's number the next time he's there, and then you can do that.
I'm just going to do that with anyone I know. Like, just if I want something, just text them where they are right now. If they happen to be in a line, be like,
hey, get me
pick me up.
Yeah,
pick me up a whatever chicken, obviously, and a what's it called? Blizzard. Why can't I want to say buttercup? It's not buttercup.
No, it's
cookie
a
dough.
Cookie dough. Why can I not think of cookie dough? It's cookie dough Blizzard. That's what you were hankering for, and Darryl and his friend took it away from you. Well, Rigby is in the room, isn't he? Is he in the room?
Yeah, he's laying here.
He is in the room, so be prepared because if he barks, believe me, you're going to know it because it makes our ears ring. Speaking of Rigby, I wanted to ask you guys because it's been said that I do not like animals, and that is not true.
You just don't like them in your house.
I love animals. Well, I don't love animals. I like animals, and I go play. Wait, there he goes. When I visit Anika, play with Nika. Titus has been here yesterday. Rigby's here today. I'm fine with that, especially if it's outside. But I realize that when you've been around, was Ranger?
Ranger was 2 when he was born.
Okay, Ranger was already here.
Ranger was his older fur brother.
He's had a dog. See, I never had a dog growing up. That's just something we didn't do. I mean, a matter of fact, if we stepped in poop, everything got thrown away.
Burned. I think your mom burned your jeans in the burn.
We threw it away. Okay, that's whatever. All right, so I realize that people just really care about their pets. I mean, it's family, right? God forbid anything happens to Anika, Titus. I understand that is as part of your family. But I wanted to ask you guys, because you grew up with a dog, several.
Yep.
Terry did. Mm-hmm. You had Ranger here up until he was 14 when he passed away?
15 when he passed away.
And it was tough to watch. He got to the point where it was
seizures and
very difficult to watch. But I wanted to ask you guys, there's a story. I read this story. It's called Viagen Pets. What if you wanted to have Rigby live on?
Like cloned.
Yes. They can actually, so if you had
Does
a dog.
It change their personality?
No, they take DNA. They take the DNA. It says before you say goodbye to your dog, your cat, they say horse. They have horse on here. They preserve the DNA in order to clone the animal, thanks to a company that's gaining this popularity. It's called Viagen Pets. Actually, it's been around since 2016. They use animal tissue and surrogate pet to create clones of your four-legged companion. I don't know if they have to be four, like that pig that lives in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah,
you could clone that. That thing is huge. Ever tell you that story?
Mm-mm.
This pig. We're driving to Pittsburgh to go see Fenn, and I just happened to look over, and we're just getting ready to go towards. Was it Crane Avenue, Terry?
Yeah, we're right
on the corner. I don't know what this street is. We make the turn
side
off
of this house is on Crane, the side of it, so it faces the other way.
It's a brick home, and I look over, and the front door and the screen door is propped open. The front door is open, and here is this giant pig coming out of the front door. Thing is huge. So if you want to clone that, I haven't seen it lately, so I'm wondering if they had bacon for breakfast. But anyway, so how much do you think, or would you even consider getting DNA from Rigby I mean, listen, let's talk about Rigby just for a second, because I don't know how many people, I know people love their pets, but Rigby has some issues. Okay.
That's
now he is a cute, I'll say this.
He's a model dog.
He is.
Like, he could be on those like yoga dogs, or like he has a good look.
He does. He's let's talk about what he is. He's a mixture of,
I always say he's half beagle, half demon.
But he's beagle.
Yeah.
He's German Shepherd.
His mom was His mom was a German Shepherd Border Collie mix.
See, I always forget the Border Collie.
Yeah, so he has like one of the dumbest dogs. Beagle, I guess, is like low on the intelligence.
Well, they're more hunting. They're more bred for hunting, so they're good sniffers. They're good at certain things, but they're not like inside dogs.
Yeah, well, so that's Beagle, but then Border Collie is like one of the smartest dogs.
And
so
German Shepherds are trained for all kinds of things.
But you can see that. Like, sometimes he's the dumbest dog ever, and then sometimes he's really brilliant.
Oh, he is really smart. He can open cupboard doors.
Sometimes. It depends. Sometimes he's smart about certain things, like escaping. He can escape from just about anything, but just, I don't know, everyday things that like I try to get him to do, he doesn't have a clue.
But he does bring you his dish. He always lets you know. And if you're cooking and he don't want food in there, he wants your food, not his. He'll bang it on the floor behind you.
His issues.
Yes.
He has anxiety.
Separation anxiety, the worst.
Can't leave him.
Yes.
He has seizures. What else? He just had Lyme, but you know.
Yeah.
He has Lyme, yeah.
But that's because we took him off his flea meds because they were making him have seizures, I think, because he quit having the seizures and then he got Lyme.
But he's a survivalist, and the reason I say that is because when we would leave him and we would have to, we would leave him for 8 hours. We all had to work, and we would tie all the cabinets together. Now, the one time we did not, or maybe we did tie but he opened the drawer. Oh yeah, and he had, what was it? Not bagels. English muffins hidden in the plant down at the bottom of the. So we found English muffins buried. There was dirt everywhere, so we knew he buried that.
He buried it.
There was bread in the recliner, and the only reason I knew that is I don't even know why I stuck my hand back there, and I pulled half a loaf of bread. So he knows that if something goes wrong, I got food. So he's a survivalist.
Yeah, and he hides it. Yeah.
And he hides it. But the dog has some major issues.
Yeah, I love him. Would never want to clone him.
You don't want to clone him.
I don't want another dog quite like him. Like, I'm with him till the end.
You picked this dog, so I mean, you picked him out of a...
Yeah, but I didn't know he was going to have all these problems. You don't know that when they're...
You need to do background checks. That's what it's all about.
Andy gets sick in the car, which we knew 20 minutes into the trip home.
Yeah, he gets car sick. There's another...
Oh, yeah, when he was going up to Penn State, he barfed on it.
I don't know how to get him to stop eating... Like he doesn't get stuffies anymore, stuffed animals for toys, because he chews the limbs off and then swallows them.
A lot of dogs do that though.
Yeah, but I don't know how to stop that. I've tried.
Yeah, like Titus too chews him up, but he doesn't swallow any of it. He just throws it around the room. He
would spit up socks. Rigby would.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that anymore. I broke that, so he doesn't eat socks. But like, why did that work? But he's still, any stuffed animal, he'll still try to eat it.
Well, he doesn't always, because he's got that one here. But he'll take the stuffing out of it, but he doesn't usually eat the stuffing.
Yeah. No, if I had, like I said, once again, I love Rigby, and but I wouldn't clone him. Now, if I had a dog, like you remember, the Dyes, they had Sammy, their standard poodle. That was like the perfect dog. They trained her. She was
very gentle,
but she was so easy to train. Like everything it didn't take them any time to train, and she was just the nicest dog. She was sweet, but she also guarded the home. She didn't have any of the issues Rigby has. Like, she was just if it was a dog like that, I might consider.
Well, you couldn't even leave Rigby in that situation because the house it was open woods. They were in the middle of the woods, and she would never leave the woods. Rigby would be gone constantly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he'd be hunting. The hunter in him would be hunting. But
that's the thing, because I think partly because of his anxiety, when he does run off, he comes back, though.
Oh, yes, he always comes back.
I think he realizes he's alone, and I got to go home. Because even in my new neighborhood, he's ran off a couple of times, but he didn't go very far because he doesn't know my neighborhood now.
Right.
Because it's a
new
neighborhood.
Not like here.
Here, he's been around it. He knows everything.
He comes back when he's good and ready.
My neighborhood, he goes down the street, realizes he doesn't know where he is, and then just comes back in the gate.
Has he done it again? Recently?
A couple, not recently. It's been a long time.
How's he getting out? Do we know?
He hasn't gone out. The one time it was because I didn't have the clip on the gate, because once again he's an escape artist, so I have to put the little keychain.
He can open the gates.
Yeah, he puts his nose under the little flap on the gate and he can lift it up. So I have to put a keychain.
Yeah, what is that called? It's a link. It's like a link.
A keychain link through the hole, so he can't lift the flap and let himself out. Which is a pain
in the arse when you are trying to get to your backyard, to get to the car, to get something you need, because you're constantly putting that stupid link or whatever thing it's called. There he is in there. He's coming in now.
Oh, because he'll just let himself out.
I know. He just lifts. Well, just like the pool. We had to put the lock.
Oh, I have to go. If I have to go pee and I come up to the house, if I take more than 2 minutes more than he thinks I should take, he's already lifted the gate and he's on the way up to the house to see where I am. Then when he sees that I'm done coming out of the house, then he takes off.
That's the smartness of Rigby.
Yeah, but he's a very sweet dog, though.
Yes, he is. Very loving.
He loves everybody.
He'll cuddle.
Loves kids.
He loves
kids. Oh, yeah.
He's a good lifeguard, although that gets annoying.
Because Ian, my godson, would come over and swim, and he would watch everything that he did. And if it was something that was in the middle of the pool, he'd get his paws just on the edge, ready to jump at any minute. But of course, he was barking the entire time.
Yeah, if they don't come up soon enough for him, or if they stay underwater too long, he barks.
If you roughhouse, that's even better. He does not like roughhousing in the pool.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. I'm interested to see how he does with Fenn, because this year, Fenn's going to be swimming, and I'm interested to see how he reacts to him.
Yeah, with the float, because we'll have a baby float of some kind and all that.
It'll be interesting to see how that goes. But it'll be kind of quiet, where Ian is more all over the place. He's jumping in and out. And in fact...
But Ian could be here at the same time.
Yeah, well, I hope so. What's funny is when when Sherry's kids would come over and they would try to jump, he would nip. He would nip at him because he didn't want him to jump, because he thought he was going to hurt themselves.
Run and jump, yeah.
So he is definitely, we got to get him a lifeguard vest.
Okay, but also with the cloning thing, even if I had, I don't know.
The perfect dog. What you
or
think
whatever.
is the perfect dog?
Let me tell you that.
In a way, I don't want to make it sound like, because Rigby's perfect for me right now. You know what I mean? I love him. Don't roll your eyes.
Come on, perfect?
Oh, I'm not. He's not perfect. No pet is perfect. Nothing's perfect.
But he does bark at anyone comes back his bait. They're not coming in his yard. If he doesn't know them, like he lets me in his backyard. But I think if anyone tried to get in his backyard, he growls though. He sounds really mean. I don't know what he would do if someone came in the backyard that doesn't belong.
But anyways, my point is, I still don't know if I could do it, because it's just weird, because if you would clone your dog, it's just weird. The whole thing.
It wouldn't be him.
I know it's not. Yeah. It's not. That's what I mean. It's not him.
I mean, it's DNA, but is it really?
It's a replica, but it's not really Rigby.
It's like his puppy.
Like that movie Multiplicity. Remember that movie?
He kept.
And as he
Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
right?
He kept going and going, and as he got to the very end.
He was dumber and dumber. He had less
just,
and less brains.
Right.
Well, didn't the clones start cloning themselves?
Yes.
Because I don't remember the original premise. He
was so busy, and and his wife wanted him to spend more time at home, but his work was, and he wanted to golf. So he made one, and that guy was he was just all about work, and that's all he did. So that gave him the main, Michael Keaton's character, the idea to go with be with the wife and do golf and all these things. And then that clone wanted to be, and it just kept getting worse. It was hilarious. I love that movie. We're going to have to get that, because that's a great movie. Anyway, so you would not.
I don't know. It's strange. The whole thing.
I don't think I ever would, because I've had many pets in my lifetime, and each one's different, but I fall in love with each personality that's different.
It just seems I just the whole unnatural. It seems unnatural. Like that shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, let me ask you this: you're talking. How much do you think it would cost to clone a dog? It doesn't say how big a dog. It just says the idea of. It just says how much it would cost to clone a dog. How much do you think it would cost?
$10,000.
You have a guess?
I would say around $12,000.
Not even close. $50,000.
Yeah, forget it.
Well, forget it. You can buy a dog for $1,000, and that's the purebred, whatever, and you can get them free if you go down to the shelter.
Okay, so knowing that, how much for a cat, to clone a cat?
It's a different price?
Yeah.
So I just thought it was like to clone anything.
No, that's just for the dog.
Okay, then $30,000 for a cat if it's $50,000 for a dog.
That's $35,000. Very good. And that, what about a horse?
Oh, I guess that would be
$70,000.
85,000 to clone. I mean, is that
now? I could see because sometimes
a horse, if it was a racehorse,
that's what I was thinking,
and you could make money off of it.
Yeah,
if you had the perfect racehorse.
What was that?
And you're making, I mean,
Secretariat.
Yeah, and there's a lot of money in horse racing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, that kind of makes sense to me for that, but still like this, I don't know.
My luck, I cloned the horse. It come out with 3 legs. That'd be my luck. It'd be Secretariat. And it come out with a gimp leg.
Like they messed up.
Yeah, something messed up in the cloning process, like the last guy that did what was it? Multiplicity. So you don't think that was something you'd do?
I know I wouldn't, just because I've had a lot of pets that I've really been attached to.
It's just even I don't know, even because you have a bond. I have a bond with Rigby. And if I cloned him, like, it's not really Rigby. Like, yeah, it looks like him. He probably will have all the same problems. I mean,
that's the other thing, though. How do you know? Like, it says here that you get a surrogate pet, right, to clone. But how would you? Because how he was, made, if you will. How do you know that? Like, are you going to get another dog that has German Shepherd, and then Beagle and Border Collie, whatever he is? Well, I mean, how do you know that? Is it just the DNA goes in? And
it's just the DNA. It has nothing to do with
so it could be it could look like anything then, right? It would look like him.
It doesn't matter. They just need a host to birth it.
Well, so it wouldn't necessarily be. It wouldn't even look like him then.
No, right? It would. It would be an exact copy.
Because it would be his DNA.
It's all his. It's his DNA, but a surrogate is just something that carries.
Just carries the egg.
Just carries.
Okay, I guess I was thinking that wrong.
Yeah, so the everything's together that they need.
You're missing all the fun part.
Yeah, so like they put all the parts together. Well, yeah, but they put all the parts together so he'll be an exact copy. The surrogate is just something that will carry. That makes sense.
I guess I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking, how are you going to get another?
The surrogate's DNA will not be involved in the process.
That's just what the DNA is for. That's the egg going into to carry it.
Right.
All right. So I guess you two say, because you guys love your animals, but as far as cloning, not going to happen.
No.
All right. So when we come back, we're going to do some weird laws. So enjoy this message, and then we will be right back. So you want to start a podcast. Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world. Or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. Now, it is a lot of fun just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great-looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. All right, welcome back to Just Talking Out Loud. Terry's here, Zach's here. We're going to talk about weird laws that are still on the books. And there's some weird ones. I'll go first.
Well, I have one that's topical, though, because we were just talking about dogs.
Okay, Zach's going first. I take that back. Zach is going first.
Okay, well, apparently you can be fined in Rome if you don't walk your dog daily.
How would they know? Well, I guess they know everything. They know everything we do anyway.
Yeah. An owner must walk their dog at least once a day or could be fined like $600.
You would be in big trouble, wouldn't you?
It's winter. Yeah,
There's winter in Italy, isn't there?
No, but I mean that's why. Yes, but I mean, right now I haven't been walking because it's cold.
Right now, let's talk about walking. When was the last time you walked your dog?
It's been a few months.
We're really going to go there? Months?
It's been a few months. I used to walk him. I used to get up early to walk him before I went to.
When he first moved out.
No, I did that in the fall. Yeah.
Every fall he starts off fresh, and then it gets old.
And then
fast.
it gets colder, and yes, you would have the same problem in Italy. Like, yeah, I'd be fine by now because
How would they know for sure that you didn't want the dog? Going to turn you in? Does he make the phone call?
I don't know, but this says that because it's all about.
You know what I mean, Rigby? Can you use the phone? What's he? Is he right there?
Yeah.
I don't know how exactly they would know unless someone reported you.
They'd have to report you, right?
Yeah, but I guess their animal cruelty laws are so strict it applies to fish. You have to have adequate room for your goldfish to swim.
So in other words, if your goldfish grew too big for the bowl, you have to get a bigger bowl.
Yes. Yeah, or it's animal cruelty if he doesn't have enough room to swim.
So they come and measure the bowl?
Actually, they're not allowed to be kept in bowls. They have to have a full-sized aquarium. Even
if you have just one goldfish?
One little
no
guppy.
bowls.
How about one little guppy?
That's not adequate.
A guppy has to have an aquarium.
Where's
this at? Italy?
This is, and specifically in Rome.
In Rome.
Yeah.
So you got to walk your dog daily, get fined, or if you have some type of a little fish, goldfish, whatever, it has to have an adequate...
full-sized aquarium. It has to have adequate swimming room.
Man, they must have a lot of people checking out on that stuff because I don't know how you would... I don't know how you would check on that.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe in like apartment buildings, they have someone assigned to like dog duty. Like we watch all the tenants, make sure that all the dogs get out.
Dog duty. You said duty.
Well, you have a little checklist. Like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Timmy walked his dog today.
Foo-foo,
check that
foo-foo.
off. Foo-foo got his walk. There's Fluffy. And they just check it off and be like, oh, Rigby didn't get his walk for 3 months. I think we've let this go on too long.
Does it say what the fine is?
It's $625 is what this says.
What you mean for just one? If you miss one time, it's $625 not to walk the dog. That's what it says.
It doesn't specify. It just says, because it says if an owner does not walk their dog at least once a day, they could be fined $625.
Well, there's no warning. It doesn't say.
I think there should be a warning.
There should be a warning.
Because what if you're sick?
Yeah.
You can't have a sick day?
Yeah. What if you had COVID?
What if you have... Yeah.
Because if... I'm pretty sure there's not someone watching, keeping a list of dogs. But if they are, you could just go check on Fluffy, its owner, and be like, well, what's up? You didn't walk Fluffy yesterday.
Well, can you walk him? I'm sick.
Walk him. I can't afford the fine. I can barely afford rent.
Yeah.
Well, then he would be like, well, then you don't deserve Fluffy. Like, what are you doing with the dog? You can't afford Fluffy.
You take him.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility.
So, but anyways, I think there should at least be a warning because it's like, really, you're sick again? You were sick last week. Yeah,
I've been sick for a long time. Well, you can say that now because of all the crap that's going on. Well, was with all the COVID. You could be sick for a long time. I mean, some people have been sick for months with this COVID.
Mm-hmm. Well, Fluffy's sick of not getting walked. So think about that.
Fluffy's more important, and it costs $600. I'd be more sick of the $625.
It's a little ridiculous. I wouldn't have a pet if I lived in Rome.
No, I'd have to think twice about it. It's going to cost me a fortune. I'd have to have a second job. You can't throw rocks at trains in Wisconsin. Well, first of all, I would think that you really shouldn't throw rocks at trains anywhere, let alone just Wisconsin.
Yeah, that one makes sense, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, why is that? It has to be a law that you have to tell people not to throw rocks at a train?
Yeah, it must have been a situation because I think most weird laws, something happened that caused them that someone said there should be a law against this. So maybe that was a common thing.
Hey, you!
That's
put that rock down.
I mean, it's Wisconsin. Like, what do they have to do there anyway besides they eat cheese and then throw rocks at the trains?
I'm surprised.
We got to put an end to that.
I'm surprised it can't throw cheese at trains in Wisconsin. Yeah. That would be more appropriate for Wisconsin.
I do like Vermont banning of clotheslines. I do like that one though.
Vermont
you have all those HOHs.
Wait, I'm confused. They banned banning clotheslines.
Like I think the HOA, people like when you live in a subdivision, you have an HO. Mm-hmm. I think they were banning clotheslines in the backyard, and so Vermont banned the banning of clotheslines.
So you're allowed to have a clothesline despite where
even if the HOA says you can't.
The law says
you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can hang up your bloomers in the backyard and they can't say anything.
Speaking of bloomers, it's illegal to wear lacy undies in Russia.
That doesn't surprise me.
So there must be no Victoria's Secrets there.
There's no secret.
Well, there's no secret.
There's no secrets at all.
Big Brother is watching you.
Yeah, you got that right. No lacy apparel in Russia. Mm-hmm. Okay, but I wonder if when they come over here, that's the first thing they do is visit.
Well, their leader's allowed to ride a bear naked.
Yeah, he can do just about whatever he wants, as we've seen lately.
But there should be a law against that.
Yes, there should be. You got one, Tara? No. All right. How about dance halls can't be close to cemeteries in South Carolina?
It's disrespectful.
They
dead.
can't go.
Yeah,
it's not fair, but they can listen to the music.
My mom says to throw a big party when she goes. She's going to a better place.
Yeah, it says not allowed. It has to be within a quarter. It can't be within a quarter mile
of a cemetery. Those people might want to dance. They might want you dancing on their grave. Well, they're up someplace else.
I don't know about that. It's the dance hall. It doesn't mean you're going to be dancing on their grave.
I saw something in here earlier. I think it was in...
Dogs can't hunt big game mammals in California. Well, if your dog's a hunter like his, how are you going to stop it? He puts his nose up, his one paw up, his tail goes up, and he's in hunting mode.
I don't know if he's going to
He's a hunter.
A deer. He'll chase him for a while.
Oh, well, he's tried to pull me in after deer, so why wouldn't he go after something else? But it says bears or bobcats, and a bobcat would probably tear him apart, but he'd probably pursue it.
How about... this is a good one for Florida. Florida passed a law in 1974 allowing the state to ban alcohol sales during hurricanes. What do you think of that one?
Allowing them to what?
They're not allowed to sell alcohol during hurricanes.
Well, you don't want them too drunk. They can't swim then.
Yeah, but I don't want to know what's going on if my house is going to disappear.
Yeah, if I can't go in, like if I'm stranded, if it's too late, like the waters are rising.
Apparently, that's a thing. Hurricane parties. It says that the state wanted to curb people's ability to throw hurricane parties.
Oh.
Apparently, that's a Florida thing. Well, if you're going to have them, you may as well enjoy them.
Yeah, the neighborhood's going to get trashed. We might as well get trashed, too.
At the same time. Yeah. Hey, look, man, the roof's gone. No, we're not trying to make fun of hurricanes, but it does seem, these are people we voted for that come up with these laws. Just letting you know. ladies and
Well,
gentlemen.
you cannot use a false name at a hotel in New Hampshire. How are they going to know that?
They must see your ID. You can't go in saying you're Pocahontas.
Well, people have fake IDs all the time. You get a fake ID, you use your fake ID, you go in. How are they going to ever know that?
Okay, well, if you register as married at a hotel in North Carolina, so even if you're not married, that will make it so. You will, by common law, will be considered married if you showed up with some significant other.
You weren't married, though.
If you weren't married, no. If you were just going with your girlfriend to a hotel,
but you say you're married,
on the registration,
then
by law,
you're already married.
You are married by common law.
What if you were already married before that?
Is that cheaper than going to Vegas?
So, like, if you took your mistress, let's say
if you took your mistress and you already were married to someone else, but you signed in as Mr. and Mrs. and you were with your mistress, doesn't that make you a bigamist?
No.
Is that what that's called? I think a polygamist.
That's
right?
the bigamist is you have more than one.
Well, that's what I mean.
A polygamist
because
is
you're
multiple
automatically
wives.
married if
Polygamy.
you register as married. So if you're registered to her as married, then you're already married. Then you've got two wives.
Oh, if he's already...
He's already married and taking his mistress and saying
but we're
Mr. and
registering
Mrs.
as married at the hotel.
Mr. and Mrs. If you're passing your mistress off as your wife, then you're married to two people.
I'm sure there's polygamy laws also in North Carolina, right?
Probably, I would imagine.
So I would imagine.
Is this North Carolina or South Carolina?
This is North Carolina.
Oh.
It says, as the couple outwardly present themselves as husband and wife to the public, they are deemed a common law marriage.
And then they go to the hotel room and
consummate
the marriage. It's got to be cheaper than going to Vegas.
Yeah, but the thing about it,
if you just want to go to
if you're already married and you do that, then you could be.
Well, I don't know.
In trouble.
I don't know.
I feel like that could cause more issues. Yes.
Yes, it could cause a lot of issues.
Is that it? Are we good?
I don't know. I have nothing more to say.
You don't have nothing?
Pretending to be a religious figure is illegal in Alabama.
You can't use x-rays for shoe fittings in Washington.
Why would you do that? To determine your shoe size, you would take an x-ray of your foot?
There's my x-ray. Give me a pair of those
This
loafers.
looks like a size 10.
That's a weird one. You can't use x-rays for shoe fittings in Washington. What?
Well, once again, that must have been something that happened.
Yeah, who did that?
Someone scheduled an x-ray and was like, what's this for? I was like, I want to know my shoe size. We'll try on shoes.
Yeah, here's my x-ray. What's the x-ray for?
North Carolina must have quite a few. Bingo games can't last more than 5 hours in North Carolina.
Well, now we're pushing it.
Yeah, come on.
There should definitely be a law about, marathon bingo. Can get dangerous.
And I'm sure it can.
You can't sniff glue with the intent to get high from it in Indiana.
We should be sniffing glue now. Make this thing a little bit better.
Yeah.
Silly string has been banned in Southington, Connecticut since 1996. Silly string?
Here's a good one. Biting someone's arm off is illegal in Rhode Island.
Well, there you go.
How'd you get their whole arm in your mouth?
If you bit an arm off, then doggone it.
That reminds me, because there was a similar law. I can't remember what state, but it was like, it changed the degree of your, I think it was like a misdemeanor. Or no. It was assault. Okay, so if you committed assault by biting somebody, okay, so it was just regular assault, right? But if you had to put your dentures in to bite somebody, it became aggravated assault. I can't remember.
That's a weapon because they put your teeth in.
Yeah.
But if your teeth are already in there, it's not aggravated. It's just assault. So if you already had teeth,
yeah.
Right?
Yes.
But if you had to
put your dentures in to bite somebody.
You had to go, hold on, I got to get my cup from the side of the bed, put my dentures in, I'll be right back. Then it's aggravated assault.
I mean, can you imagine that? Like, there's a little fender bender in the parking lot, and that
Grandpa's putting his dentures in because it's going to get bad.
Well, it could
Something's going down.
It might not be Grandpa. It could just be a cousin in West Virginia because they're missing
all their teeth. Like that.
So, it could be getting to brawling. and be like, "Hold on, I'm getting my dentures."
If you like,
and if the cop is there, you know, he'd.
If you like to comment,
I don't know what
Zack's comments. His number is 555. This
Wait,
station does not, how they say, does not agree with the views of some of our guests.
No, but we're close enough to West Virginia. I feel like in a way we're honorary West Virginians.
Yeah, we kind of are. All right, we're going to end it on that. You got one more.
Adultery is still a crime in New York. Well, New York is the adult. New York is probably.
I would think Vegas would
or
be
California.
California would be
adultery.
the way.
I don't know.
Go.
I would think New York's up there, though.
I feel like there were
New York City.
There were better ones.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can always revisit these. That's why I wanted you to go through them, but you wanted to tell your story to going through drive-thrus.
Well, just some local ones. Do you know any local weird laws? Because there's in Pittsburgh there was a law about you're not allowed to sleep on your refrigerator on the porch. Have you heard of that one?
No, I didn't hear that one. That would be very uncomfortable.
Well, it's against the law. You can't do it anyway.
And it wouldn't be plugged in.
And
you couldn't get a frozen penis. Did you see that story about the guy that got a frozen penis? Did you see that?
No.
It's a true story. He was in the Olympics. And I can't remember what it was that he was doing, but it was so cold. It was 50 kilometers. They were like some kind of skiing, like not a tryout. I mean, they had to ski for 50. I don't know what 50 kilometers. They changed it to 30 because it was so bitterly cold that he froze his penis. Now, of all the people, he came in 28th, and I'm just kind of wondering, like, what weren't you wearing when you're doing this race?
Nothing else froze?
Just his
You would think you
penis.
would have like at least frostbite or something else.
Oh, it
his
was
toes
bad.
and his fingers. You'd think his
wiener
toes and
out?
his fingers.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Did he have to take a pee along
He's
the
rocking
way?
out with his cock out.
I don't know
on the
what-
slopes.
I don't know what's going on there.
How do you just freeze your penis? Like he needs new underwear. He needs.
Maybe
some
he wasn't
of those
wearing any underwear.
Duluths.
Because because what I mean, now there are other contestants in this thing, and no one else froze their balls off. And he said it was very, very painful, as you can imagine.
Oh yeah.
If you had a frozen digit or widget or
Well, you would think your fingers and toes would be
why
the
wouldn't
first
you wear
things.
long johns? You know it's like 30 below, right? What are you dressing for? Is what I don't
Maybe
understand.
he's really blessed, and it like hangs low, like he can't quite fit it in anything.
He still can wear long johns.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just trying to logically think this out. Like, how do you just freeze that?
That should be a law. You got to wear some type of undergarment. Duluth, not a sponsor.
In the Olympics, yeah.
In the Olympics, so you don't freeze your balls off. Well, in this case, his penis.
Yeah, well,
we said penis a lot. I think we're going to end it on that. We got lots more to talk about, but what we'll do is we'll do local ones. And if you say you can't sleep on your porch,
hope his girlfriend likes popsicles.
No, a frozen treat every time. All right, let's leave it. Let's just go.
Sorry,
Let's
this
leave
is
it on that.
getting into some weird territory.
Yeah, way to go.
You brought it up. You said it.
I know. I don't know why I brought it up, but I saw the story. It actually was an old story. And by the time this gets aired, it's already old because this is our 8th episode. So I'm really excited.
Oh.
Number 8. And they always say you don't even make it to 7. So we made it to 8. And so you'll hopefully be in the next one. Will you do it again?
Sure. I'll do another one.
And you're going to go through a drive-through, so we have another story to talk. You and Darryl.
I'm going to need material. So.
All right, go get some material. I'm sure you have lots of material. But that's it for today. We covered lots of ground. I don't know what we learned. I don't think we really learned too much.
I feel like the laws I thought maybe were going somewhere, and then
They didn't go anywhere.
They didn't, yeah.
Well, I think that's why I wanted you to read them, and I didn't think we were going to make it to this point, to be honest. And then we did, and now I'm wishing that we hadn't, to be honest.
I don't think it was a complete waste of time.
Hey, there's one on about teachers here. We could get onto that.
What,
next
a
time.
law about teachers?
Yeah, teachers can't talk to students about hand holding in Tennessee.
They can't hold hands in Tennessee?
No,
Yeah,
they can't talk to them.
the students about, like, if, say, you got kids holding hands that are
sometimes we have
getting
PDA
fresh in the
issues.
corner, and so you're not allowed to say, you're not allowed to hold hands, or
I don't think the kids today are really worried about holding hands, if you know what I mean.
Listen, that's the least of our worries is holding hands.
Yeah,
in
really.
The hallway, because sometimes there's like full on
makeout sessions.
Yeah, All
right, save this story.
Okay.
For the next time, and we'll bring Darryl on, and we'll talk to him too while we're here. Will you stop banging the table?
I'm sorry.
This is new. I know. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll find out you'll get an alert to all the new episodes that come out every Monday. If you'd like to leave a comment, we have a Twitter page, which is Just Talking Out Loud. We also have a Facebook page, Just Talking Out Loud. You can do it that way. You can also record if you're on iHeart. If you listen to iHeart, you can actually leave us a recorded message. Maybe there's something you'd like us to discuss. Put it out there. I'd love to hear it. And I want to thank you guys for listening. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
I'm Zack.
That's Zack, who's going to be leaving here and waiting in line in a drive-thru. Until next time.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.